I'll give you the 8 a.m. morning garden tour. So right here we have some blackberries that are beginning to ripen. Usually the birds start picking at them before we ever get to them, so I give them to the chickens. Back there is a weed patch of Biden's alba Spanish needle, and the butterflies are usually all over it. Not there yet. The blueberries, they're starting to get ripened. They haven't ripened yet, but you get a good amount of them. Oh, they're starting. Usually stash a bunch of them in the freezer. These ones are a little bit sparser back here. They've been here for a while. Back here, these are pomegranate trees. We have a few little pomegranates. Last year we got one, but we didn't get to eat it. It rotted before we got to eat it. There's another one up there. Maybe this will be the year where we get pomegranates. I don't know. They've been in the ground for, I don't know, since 2018, 2019. They provide a little bit of shade, so I like to keep the plants that I haven't planted yet right here, especially because it's close to my water source. These 3 beds here were the first beds I made to kind of like test whether or not I could garden, I guess. They don't have things in them like they used to. This is now some sweet potatoes and wildflower seeds that I spread here. You know, like those little seed packs that people give away. So they're, you know, they're not native or anything, but they're pollinators friendly kind of stuff. There's a nice little spider there. Some bugs. This one has a goji berry in it, and it used to also have, there's a goji berry. Flowers aren't totally, like these cute little purple flowers that turn into goji berries. It's thorny. This might not have been the best place to put it. It's not super happy, but it wasn't happy where it was. It's also got mint in this box, which I know they're like, oh, that'll take over the whole box. And while it kind of did, what really took over was this yarrow plant, which is native, and it produces white flowers. It looks like a fern. It's a yarrow. And it produces white flowers, and the pollinators like it. I think you can use yarrow for something medicinal or tea or something like that. There used to be a variegated cassava in there, but I don't think it came back after the last freeze. It usually comes back, but I don't know if it did this time. This box has a roselle that keeps coming back. It likes to come back. And then kind of, it's kind of weedy. I think these were maybe some chives. And this vervain popped up from somewhere. The pollinators really like it, so I have a hard time removing it. I just kind of leave it when it gets these purple flowers at the tips here. And the pollinators go nuts for it. This is the box that I made the supports for the tomato trellis. I let too many other things grow in here, but I'll maybe make another trellis too next year. But right now, the way this works is that this line here, you have these clips that you clip to the line, and it supports the tomatoes, and it goes all the way up. And when they get to the top, like they already have, you unwind this and lower it down, and it can keep climbing. And as you can see, this is an Everglades tomato. It has little tomatoes on it. And this is the yellow pear tomato. They're not ripe yet, but they look like little pears, little pear-shaped tomatoes. And then this is another yellow pear. And this one is the midnight snack, which it's got to be getting close now. Look at these beautiful tomatoes this one's almost there. They get red, they get blush red on the bottom and purple on the top when they're in the sun. I got this start and the yellow pear tomato start from Garden Gate, and then the Everglades tomato, my mom started seeds for me. So this is what I'm talking about. I left this vervain in here, and I thought I could keep it small and bushy, but that didn't happen. I kept trimming it, and it just keeps getting bigger. It really, yeah. I tried putting other things in here too, like these beans, these bush beans. Yeah, they produce some beans, but not the best. I tried putting some basil in there. It's kind of shaded a little bit, but I did use some. There's some carrots in here, but I'm not expecting too much because they're all kind of shaded out. This bee balm was here self-seeded from somewhere else. And also, this is cilantro. And I just have a hard time pulling it out. Like, as soon as I was going to, it started flowering. And there's just so many things that like pollinating it. Everything uses it for pollinating, so I have a hard time taking it out of there. Again, this is a huge bee balm. It hasn't flowered yet, but when it does, everything's going to be all over it. So yeah, this tomato box is mostly flowers and not tomatoes. This next box, this is where the tomatoes were last year, but I decided to rotate the boxes. So I guess I'll have to make a trellis like that over here if I want to keep rotating. So I put sunflowers in it, which is maybe not the best decision. I don't think I'll do it again. I just wanted to use up all my sunflower seeds because I had so many random different types of sunflower seeds. And as you can see, they got huge. And, you know, it's nice. It's pretty. But it just feels like so much wasted space for a box because I put beans in here and they got shaded. Beans over here. They got less shaded over here. And I did collect quite a few beans from them. I also planted calendula. Calendula's here. Here's some beans. See the beans here. I think the beans from last year, the ones that did really well were contender. So I planted the seeds from last year. Oh, there's a bee up there. Hello, bee. Oh, ooh. Beautiful. Beautiful little bees. This box is where the bee balm is that I originally planted. This is the only bee balm I planted. And its seeds spread everywhere. I didn't even know what it was when I planted it. I thought it might be basil, the way that it looked, like a longleaf kind of basil. And I put it here because this was an herb garden box. This is all the sage. See the sage, there's oregano. The rosemary from last year died, so I planted a new one. It's doing great. This is all cilantro that is all going to seed right now. This is all seed now. So I'll have to collect this because I don't necessarily want this many seeds in this box, but I'm sure it'll regrow because this regrew. I only put a few seeds in there like 2 years ago and they've just been regrowing. I tried cutting these back because it's shading out what I tried putting back there. Like right here, there's chives down here. Everything's being shaded out. You can see the flowers. There's some other, like I tried putting thyme in there. These calendula were grown from seeds. And I'm amazed because I wanted calendula for a while and I couldn't get them to grow last year. Last year it was like the year of the marigold, and I'm really disappointed that I have like no marigolds. Like I have marigolds, but they're not flowering, and I really depended on them for pest control repellency last year. This is dill. I planted a bunch of dill seeds, and to my surprise, they all grew because last year they did not. I had one starter plant last year that survived the winter. I'll show you that in a minute. But this is nasturtium. I also had trouble growing this for like years, and suddenly this was the year. These are edible. I might feed some to the chickens. These are Seminole pumpkin, and this is the thing I had trouble with growing from seed in here because of all the isopods. The isopods just like were eating the stems, so I put little plastic collars on them. And these are seedlings that my mom grew for me after I had this issue, and they're growing now. I don't know if it was like too late, but they're gonna try. There's also some beets back here that I tried growing, but they're really getting shaded out. Those are beets. The next one is where all the dill is, and all the tropical spinaches are. This is a tropical spinach. I think it's Philippine spinach. Oh nope, this one's Okinawa spinach, and this one is a Malabar spinach. It's going to make these really pretty purple seeds. And in fact, the one plant that I had dropped so many seeds, it made seedlings everywhere. So I took the seedlings and I put them in here. And this is called waterleaf. This is the Suriname spinach, or makes these cute little purple pink flowers that opened up later. And you can use this as a spinach-like substitute as well. More calendula. There's some Cuban oregano hidden in there somewhere. Oh, there it is. Smells good. Yeah, so this is a little bit crowded now because I didn't expect this many dill seeds to grow. There's another bee balm that self-seeded in there. But these flowers, they look like little yellow fireworks. And right now they're going to seed, so I've collected a lot of the seeds so I can try growing them again. People seem to be like really upset that they couldn't find any dill this year, but my dill went crazy. This is the cucumber A-frame. Cucumbers have done really good in my garden. But this year I replanted seeds from my cucumbers last year, and so they were not like a pure seed, they were crosses. And I don't know if that's why they all look kind of wonky, or if it's because they didn't get consistent water for a while because of this drought, even though I have irrigation set up. But like, I don't know, we got, this one's growing. I'm gonna try and keep them off the ground because the isopods will try eating them. There's like a really big, thick boy back here. Look at that guy. Just kind of inconsistent here. But, I mean, I've already harvested like 10 and they're pretty good. It tastes good. More calendula. Oh, and then these are the snap peas. And they're good. I call them garden snacks because like I'll just sit here and I'll be here and I'll just kind of pick one and eat it. Because it doesn't feel like there's like enough to just like do anything with them aside from just like eat them while you're sitting here. Just pick one and eat it. Yum. And this is the pepper box. I have all these different types of peppers in here. The marigolds are finally getting bigger, but where are the flowers? Where are the flowers? I need the flowers. This time last year, they were going nuts. Here's a flower with snails on them. They self-seeded like crazy last year. Anyway, this is the first thing to have peppers for me, is the Jalafuego jalapeno. A lot of peppers on this one. It's a little crowded in here, honestly. It's kind of like I have all these extra pepper starts. What do I do? I guess I'll just stick them in the box. This is the yellow banana sweet pepper. I'm excited about those. A couple years ago I grew them and they did super well, so I really wanted more of them. These are Thai long eggplants, and last year I tried like, you know, the Black Beauty and everything, and they never got very big. not really big enough to eat, so I'm hopeful, because look how big these plants are. My plants last year didn't look anything this big. So, if nothing else, they're really pretty plants. These really beautiful purple flowers. You see this? Look at that. Beautiful. More nasturtium, more calendula. There's more peppers growing. This is called a lipstick pepper, so it's supposed to be a little sweet pepper. Oh, look at this cute little nasturtium flower. Beautiful little nasturtium flower. More peppers here. Lots of little peppers. And these ones over here are going to be the hot peppers that I got for Danny. Still flowers. And then another self-seeded balm. And then we have this. This is the bed that had all the radishes and lettuce and this dinosaur kale. And the lettuce did great, and it's still doing good. I have not made it a priority to eat the lettuce, which is why there's so much of it. Didn't think there'd be this much. I should probably, I don't know. It's all still like perfect though. Might be a little bit more bitter by now, but I think that's fine. I just need to cut some up and make a salad. I just had a lot of radishes in it. They were all like interspersed in the beds, and I already harvested them all. They're really fast growers. And then I tried planting watermelons, and that's what this is in the middle. These are all watermelons. They're making these tiny little fruit. I don't know that this will go super well. It didn't, like last year, the watermelons just didn't get big enough to like be anything. And if they don't get big enough, I just give them to the chickens. But there's like three different varieties here. Some of them were from seeds last year, even though the watermelon didn't really get very big. Yeah, here's another watermelon. Here's the kale. I haven't tried this kale yet. I think it's big enough now I can harvest some of the leaves. The way that this one works is that you're supposed to harvest the outside leaves, and it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Kind of gets taller. Yeah, I think that's about it for that. The rest is like, there's some fruit trees around the edges. That's my worm bin. I put all my compost in, like my food scraps and black soldier fly larvae. They kind of self-harvest. They go up into this and then fall down, and then all the worms get collected down here, and then I can feed them to the chickens. And this is, I had tried espaliering fruit trees. This one is the one that looks the most espalier-y, and it's a pear tree, and it actually does flower, and it would produce fruit if it had a pollination partner. But yeah, so that's the veggie garden tour. And I would like to put some arches right here, and put grapes or peas or something right over, put them over the beds, like right over this, make a nice little tunnel. Yeah, I love it here. It's a beautiful morning. Well, here's some other espaliered trees that don't produce fruit, but it is what it is, I guess. Okay, hope you enjoy. Bye.